Welcome to the Borat show starring me, Borat. Do you like how I look now? I got 70s style hair and American style clothing, yes? Today though, that's not what we talk about. We shall be talking about heroism and many great heroes like my friend Odysseus here. Yak smash Odysseus, how does it go?
It goes well, my comrade.
I hear you go on many adventures, yes? Please explain a few.
Well, there are many to pick from. Which one would you like to hear?
How about the one with Polyphemus, yes?
Polyphemus, get it right.
I am sorry, Kazakhstan accent keep on interfering with all these confusing words. Anyways, go on and tell a story.
Well, it all started with me and my men dropping anchor at the island of the Cyclops. I took a few of my men and went to explore when we found Polyphemus herding his flocks. We hid in his cave, unsuspecting, but then he closed the entrance and we found ourselves trapped. He saw us out of the corner of his eye and began to eat my men, so I had to think fast and get us out. We stabbed his eye and made our escape the next morning by tying ourselves to his grounds. The next day when Polyphemus went to herd his animals to go and graze, we cut ourselves from the animals and boarded our ship with his flock.
That is quite nice, but how were you able to keep your composure while Cyclops was devouring your men?
The hero has a mind of such balance, and no disturbances can shake his will, but pleasantly, and as it were merrily, he advances to his own music, alike frightful alarms in the tipsy mirth of universal dissoluteness.
It is very nice, I like, but can you explain for people with mind like a brain-dead monkey, yes?
What the quote basically means is that a true hero, like me, continues to trust his instincts, even in the face of imminent danger. No matter what the gods have in store for a hero, he still needs to trust what he feels is best for him and his crew. Self-trust and persistency are the essences of being a hero. Like my vile encounter with the Cyclops, I had to let no distraction shake my will. I continued to try and be a good citizen and save my men by following what I believed would get us out alive.
Wow, this is very motivational, yes? Give me 1 sec and let me go get a drink of water real fast before we continue this interview.
Alright.
Okay, I am back. Wait, what have you done with Odysseus and why are you on my show, imposter?
I haven't done anything with Odysseus. I am Odysseus.
How are you still Odysseus? You look different.
You do remember that heroes have many talents, right?
Yes?
Some of which include being able to change your appearance at will. Is it not?
Oh, I remember this in your story. I remember you being able to change disguises, yes? Okay, well let's carry on with this interview. Okay, now I want you to tell us about your adventure with Scylla and Charybdis.
Well, after Circe warned me about the perils my crew and I were about to face, I decided to tell my men only about the sirens. Once we got past the sirens, the only obstacle that was left was Scylla. My men were taken by surprise by her chaos, and almost broke loose on the ship. However, I told them to keep control of themselves, and about the other perils that they have already overcome. Motivated by the speech that I gave, my men went back to their posts and we got past Scylla with minimal casualties.
This is very daring of you indeed. However, many people have questioned your decision not to tell your men that some of them were going to die. How do you explain this decision?
Well, heroism works in contradiction to the voice of mankind, and in contradiction, for a time, to the voice of the great good. Heroism is an obedience to a secret impulse of an individual's character. Now, to no other man can its wisdom appear as it does to him, for every man must be supposed to see little farther than his own proper path than anyone else. Therefore, just and wise men take umbrage at his act, until after some little time be past. Then they see it to be in unison with their acts. All prudent men see that the act is clean contrary to a sensual prosperity. For every heroic act measures itself by its contempt of some external good, but it finds its own success at last, and then the prudent also extol.
I did not get half the words that you use in this quote of yours. Please explain in plain English, yes?
The quote basically means that people do not think heroic acts are so smart at first. However, after reviewing the predicament that the hero or heroine was in, they realized that they would make the same choice again.
Okay, you keep on using these quotes, but how do they relate to and explain your decision?
Well, like in the predicament that I was in when we were heading towards Sila, I chose not to tell my men about this because it would have caused mass pandemonium. None of them would have controlled the roads, and none of us would have ever made it out alive. However, since they did not know of their own or their shipmates' imminent death, we were able to stay focused with my motivational speech. Since they stayed at their post, we were able to survive this vile encounter. That is the reason why it's better for my men not to know.
Wow, this was very deep, yes? I have one vital question for you, though. Please define heroism in your own words, yes?
Excuse me for 1 second. I really need to relieve the excess nitrogen that's been building up in my expiratory system. Excuse me.
What? Okay. Wait, who is this now? What is with this?
I'm Odysseus, man.
How do you keep on changing back and forth?
The master of disguise. Can't you remember?
I see, yes, you stand up to what the Greeks tell you that you are the most clever of all Greeks.
Very great disguise.
I see. Great hero indeed. Now let's move on with this interview. I have a vital question, very important. Please define heroism in your own words.
I would gladly like to. Heroism is the running away at first sight of danger. It is being at the very back of the battle, letting your comrades follow before you even you dare to fight.
What? Well, this does not sound...
Not! What heroism really is the quality of someone's character that gives them the courage to lead their men into the face of danger, and having confidence that they will make it out alive and well. People who are truly heroes never doubt themselves and always follow their instincts, as well as the advice as their people to make their best decision, the crew and himself in addition.
This is Naz and everything, but what do heroes perform these amazing acts for anyways?
Heroes do all these acts not for fame, not for money, but to serve their fellow man, to protect what they hold dear, and to bring honor to their homeland. A true hero never does these acts knowing that they will get money or material goods. They do them to know that he or she is being the best citizen that they can be, which is held highly back in Greece.
This brings the tears to my eyes, my friend. But one last question before you go. Do you really consider yourself a hero?
People know my cunning all over the world, my friend. Stories of the Trojan horse and that of two which I have told you, and many more will be remembered throughout time. However, these acts do not make me a hero. What makes me a hero is the fact that I sense danger afoot. I was always there to lead my men to examine the threat. I never stayed back on my ship and be a coward. And if my men were ever captured, like the group on Circe's island, I would never leave them behind. These actions are what truly make me a hero. However, a hero still makes his mistakes. However, all mistakes I made, I learned from and will never let happen to my people again. So yes, I do consider myself a hero.
What a beautiful speech, my friend. Well, that's all the time that we have for this show. So until next time, yuck smash, my fellow viewers. Have a nice day. It's nice. It's nice.
I like.
Yeah. Stop.
Hammer time. You can't touch this.
Miss Brown, I have been working 4 days straight on your project. You better give us no less than A, yes? We have Greek ideals in this and a heroism essay. And if you do not give me A, my mom beats me with belt, yes? So I need day on this project. Yes, Miss Brown? Alright, you have a good day now. And this is end of essay. Goodbye.
I love you!